Hello, children. Good morning to and welcome to another lecture for social science for chapter 2 history. Okay, so I hope that all are good. So let's start with today's lecture. In yesterday's lecture, we had seen about the animals that were being used in the Neolithic period. Okay, and we came to know regarding how the archaeologists uh, studied about certain concepts, and with an example we had seen in a place called Burzahom. Okay, how the people used to build their houses. Okay, and also we came to know regarding the tools that were being used in the Neolithic period. We saw regarding 6 points regarding the tools that were being used in the Neolithic period. The stone tools that were being discovered, it was different from Paleolithic period. So as they were different, uh, it was termed as the Neolithic period, or the stone tools were being termed as the Neolithic uh, tools. And but still, even they use the new stone tools, the old tools that were being used in Paleolithic, they are also used along with the Neolithic period. This is what and the tools were being polished to give a fine cutting edge. Mortars and pestles were also used, and which are being used in today's world also. And those tools were also made of bone. So these were the points that we saw in the yesterday's lecture. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss, as I have said, about little more items or other items that were being found in the Neolithic period. Which were those periods that were being used in the Neolithic, or which were those items that were being found in the Neolithic period? So let's discuss. So those were yes. First point given over here is, yeah. The first point given over here is the earthen pot. Okay. So from page 19, we are starting this explanation. That is after that figure. Okay, that four stones figure. The paragraph that is given. See, many kinds of earthen pots have also been found. So that is what we are going to discuss as a point wise. Okay. So which were the other items that were being used in the Neolithic period that were earthen pots? Means some pots were decorated also as a design. Some designs were also given in those earthen pots. And second is, means they were used for storing things, and those pots were also used for cooking food. And they began to weaving cloth using different kinds of materials like cotton. For weaving the clothes, they also used cotton. Okay, so people began using pots for cooking food. As once again I will say, they used began using pots for cooking food, especially grains like rice, wheat, and lentils now became the important part of that their diet. So grains, rice, and wheat, those were the kind of crops that they used, which mm, became the important part of their diet. And besides, they also began to weave cloth. That is the second point over here. See, they began weaving cloth for different kinds for using different kinds of material. Means, for example, we can say cotton were kind of material that could now be grown. Okay. So as we also end up after this point, that did all the things change after this Neolithic period? Did everything change or not? Okay, that is what the second point, or that is what the next point that we're going to discuss. So, did everything change from that period? Means after the Neolithic period, did everything change into its place? Means all the food, all the styles of the human beings, how they live. Did everything change after that situation? So the answer is no. Yes, everything did not change. Why? Because in some areas, people still continued to live in hunt, as well as they also used to. They also continued the hunting, as well as they also practice the gathering. Okay, means everything did not change. In some areas, people still continued the hunting, as well as they used to gather food, while in some other places, people slowly adopted farming as well as herding over several thousands of years. Okay, means in many areas, men and women still continued hunting and gathering food, and elsewhere people also developed farming as well as herding over thousands of several thousands of years. And in some cases, people also tried to combine these activities, and they did different things in different seasons. Okay, in some cases they also tried to combine these activities as well as doing different things in different seasons. Means they tried of doing different things in according to different seasons also. So this is what, so means everything in one phase, means we can say everything did not change in one one phase after this Neolithic period. Okay, means we cannot say that everything, every uh, activities or every kind of the entire view of the or the style of living just did not change after this Neolithic period. There were still many people who followed the hunting, as well as still used to gathering food purpose. Okay, and some places the people were slowly adopting the farming and herding. Okay, over several thousands of years still, and in some cases people also used to combine all of such activities and did different things as and also in during different seasons. Okay, so this is what we have seen. Now what happened actually in the Neolithical will be known by the study of Meghad. So let's study the case study of Meghad. So what was the case study of Meghad? So let's see about the first the location of this Meghad. So a fertile plain, it is a fertile plain near the Bolan Pass. Okay, so it is located in a fertile plain near the Bolan Pass, which is one of the most important routes into the Iran. Okay, so that could, it is only the without passing this Bolan Pass, one could never reach the uh, one of reach the routes of into the Iran. So if you want to go to Iran, you have to pass this Bolan Pass, which is one of the most important routes into the that lead to Iran. So Meghad was probably one of the places where people learned to grow barley and wheat. Okay, as we can see, so the first time in area, this was for the first time in this area that people learned to grow the wheat and barley. So this was the place in first and foremost. This was the first time in which people learned to grow wheat and barley. In which place it was? It was the place of in Meghgad. So in Meghgad, these people first and the foremost time they used to learn to grow wheat and barley. Okay, and they also uh, started rearing the sheep and goats for the first time in this area. So it is one of the earliest villages that we know about. Okay, so it is one of the earliest village. Which village? Meghad, which we know about that. At this site, many animal bones were also found. So it was one of the earliest villages, and many animal bones were also found, and bones of wild animals. Which kind of animals? The bones of animals such as deer and pig, and also bones of sheep and goat were found in this Meghad. The another thing about Meghad is that it includes the remains of square and rectangular houses. So in the textbook you can see in page number 20. Now we are discussing in page number 20. You can see the figure on the left side. See a house in Meghad. This is what a house in Meghad may have looked like. In those times, see, like a four square. Okay, this include the remains of square or rectangular houses, and each house had four or more compartments. See, you can see in the figure on the left side. see, they have 4 compartments. Okay, each house had 4 or more compartments, and some of which may have been used for storage. Means in some of the one of the rooms were being used as for the storage purpose. Means it might be storage of food or might be storage of certain tools that were being used. Okay, so so when people die in those times in Maykud, what is that? They generally accept, they pay to respect them. Okay, so when people die, their relatives and friends generally pay respect to them, so people look after them. Perhaps, okay, in that time burial was a form of, so burial is one such arrangement, okay, that took place when people die. uh, the burial was one kind of arrangement that took place in Megad, and several burial sites were have been found in Megad. So in one instance, if we say the dead person was buried with goats which were probably meant to serve as food in the next world. So in the coming world, these the people who die in those times were being buried along with the bones of goats that were being burnt, that were being buried. So along with the bones of the goats and certain animals, the bones of the animals were also being buried along with the bones of the animals. Okay, so which were probably meant to serve as food in the next world. So that they could be used as a food in the next world, that means in coming day. So some more important points that were, these paintings were found in caves, means elsewhere, that is we are discussing right now in from page number 21. So we are right now studying about the case study of Maker. So in page number 21 you can see some important points, where that paintings were found in caves that dated around 20,000 to 10,000 years ago. Okay, and they used to make colors from minerals. So they had kind of a creativity in those times. They also used to make colors even from minerals. Okay, as they were very creative and skilled persons. Okay, so like iron ore and charcoal. So these were kind of minerals. They used to make colors from the iron ores as well as the charcoals. So charcoals were also being used to make colors, okay, etc. So paintings were made at the ceremonial occasions for special rituals. Means they believed that these paintings were being used in certain kind of celebrations or certain rituals that took place in those times. So in certain kind of ceremonial occasions, these paintings were being used. Okay, and or perhaps they were made for special rituals, and these paintings gave insight that how those people lived. So this gave an idea that these paintings gave an idea that how those people lived on this Meghat. Okay, so that is and now you can move for page number 22. Means yeah, so they performed by the hunters before they went in search of prey. So they also made special rituals, okay, that were performed by these hunters, and they went in search of prey. Okay, that is now into page number 22 in your textbook. That is where they used to go in a neolithic or neolithic sites. Okay, so there is a place you can find Turkey in your atlas, in your map you can find a Turkey place. Means it is one of the most famous neolithic sites. Okay, so Katalhuyuk, which was a place that was found in Turkey. Several things were brought from this great distances, and flint from Syria were brought, cowries from the Red Seas were brought, shells from Mediterranean Sea were brought, and also used in the settlement. So uh, certain things were brought from different places, as we have seen. Once again, let's see. Means several things were brought in those from great distances, such as flints were brought from Syria, and cowries from Red Sea, and shells. Okay, shells. जैसे हम शंख बोलते हैं. Okay, so that shells been brought from the Mediterranean Sea and used in the settlement. So remember, there were no carts. There were no carts, and most things could have been carried on the back of backpack of animals such as cattle or by people. Means at those times there were no bullock carts or there were no carts available to carry such kind of things. So they could have carried on the back of animals, okay, such as cattle or by or the people themselves carry such kind of things on the back of them or the back of the animals. So this is what kind of the entire chapter was about. So right now we have discussed about the case study, uh, uh, and that we have seen regarding certain items, other items that were being found in the Neolithical period, that were earthen pots. Some pots were being decorated and they were being used for storing things and also cooking food. And they also started or began weaving cloth that were also using different kinds of materials such as cotton. So they used to start weaving cloth with the materials uh, uh, like cotton, okay. And after that we came into the question that did everything change after this Neolithical period? Did everything change into their existence? Means did every means everything, means the rituals, the styles, the people that adopted the herding, the farming, did everything change from that situation onwards? So the we came to know that no, everything did not change. Means some people still they were using or they were continuing the hunting as well as the gathering. They used to gather food in some places, while in some places people were still adopting the farming as well as herding methods, which were being used over several thousand of years. And in some cases people combined these activities and did different things in different seasons. So this is what we saw. And also we studied about the case study of Maker, which was being located in the after passing of Bolan Pass, which was the most one of the most important routes into the Iran. And in this place, for the first time in this area, people learned what they learned to grow wheat and barley, and also they learned about the rearing of sheep and goat. And also, it was one of the earliest villages. So in those times, in these villages, they used to have houses such like square or rectangular houses, which included four or more compartments, and in some of which have been used for what? They use some of the storage places as a storage places. Some of the rooms were being used as storage, okay. And generally in those times when people die, they used to bury the human bones along with the bones of the animals, okay, so that they might be used or they might be served as food in the next generation or in the next world, okay. And again in page number 21 we came to know regarding some of the paintings, okay. So paintings were been found in the caves, dated means around 2000 20,000 to 10,000 years ago. And for the colors that were being used in the paintings were being made of certain minerals such as what? Iron ore and charcoal. Okay, so at those times, with these, we got an idea that those times the people were very creative. Okay, they used to make even make the the painting color from these minerals. Okay, and these paintings were made used at the ceremonial occasions for special rituals. And these paintings gave the insight that how these people live. This gave an idea that how these people used to live in those maker. Okay, now there were certain Neolithic sites. Means we found that Turkey was in kind of place where you can find Neolithic sites. Means one of the most famous Neolithic sites, that is Katal Huk, was found in Turkey. Okay, and several things were also brought from great distances, that were means the things such as flint that was brought from Syria, and cowries that were brought from Red Sea, and shells that was brought from Mediterranean Sea, and also used in the settlement. So this is what and there was also a time in which, and these things were not brought with kind of means vehicles were not found in those times. They used to carry this on the back of themselves, or they took the help of the animals. Okay, so they used to carry such items in those times. Okay, so this is what kind of the case was, the case study of Meghar. So I hope that you understood in today's lecture. So in today's lecture, you have to read from, yeah, you have to read the last class you read up to this paragraph, and this coming this lecture, in this today's lecture, you have to read from, yes, this earthen pots, that is from page number 19. You have to read from this point, this paragraph. Many kinds of earthen pots have been found, and they were sometimes decorated. Okay, and yeah, from here to the whole chapter you have to read. That is page number 19, page number 20. Okay, see here, as you can see, the people were been buried. Okay, and yeah, this cave paintings, the page number 20, 19, 20, 21, as well as page number 22. See, we had discussed today regarding this, yeah, the Turkey place, and this is one of the most famous Neolithic sites. Okay, so this is what we had discussed as per the points. Okay, yeah, so I hope that you understood regarding this Neolithical period also. So we have completed successfully regarding, we had covered all the points regarding the Paleolithical sites, the Mesolithical sites, Mesolithical period, as well as Neolithical period. Okay, and we also saw regarding sites, what were sites. Okay, so sites were the places where there we found the remaining remains of things such as tools, pots, and buildings were found. That were called as sites. They were being used and left behind the people. They were found on the surface of the earth and buried under the earth, or sometimes even under water. Okay, so that was known as sites. So I hope that you understood regarding this chapter. We came to know how the earlier people used to travel, why the people used to travel from one place to another, and we also came to know regarding kind of tools that were being used, how the what were the uses of those stone tools, and also we came to know regarding the kind of places that people lived in those times, and was means what kind of places they took, yeah, they took shelter upon. Okay, means they took the shelter of caves and rock shelters. Okay, which could help, or which could provide shelter from the rains, heat, and wind. So they used to live under the caves also, and they used to make the rock paintings over that cave, on the caves, on the surface of that caves. And with that, we also studied about whether the fire had an existence over in that time. So we came to know that where the fire were being found, and how the fire were being used in those times. Three uses were there for the fire. They used fire as source of light to roast the meat, and also to scare away the wild animals. Then we saw regarding the Paleolithic period, the Mesolithic period, as well as the Neolithic. So today we have covered the entire chapter, and the entire chapter, the explanation is complete. So I hope that you understood. Please go through the entire chapter once again, as I have discussed, and as we conclude that we have completed the chapter number 2 explanation part, and the next week I would be sharing all the PDF of this question answers, textual question answers, and we would be discussing the worksheet also for this chapter. Okay, I will be sharing the PDF files. Okay, in the next week, and the next week we'll start the civics chapter number 2. Since there will be 3 chapters that will be completing as part of the syllabus. One I have completed, that is chapter number 2 from as part of term 1. There will be 3 chapters, that is civic history chapter number 2, and second is civics chapter number 2, and third is geography chapter number 1. So as part of this would be the 3 chapters that we will be completing within the this next 2 weeks. Okay, So I hope that this chapter is well with you. I hope that you understood. Now in the coming lecture, as I have said, we'll be discussing the question answers, and I'll be sharing the answers with you. Okay, so please read the entire chapter, work hard, read the textbooks properly, and along with my explanation, you can as I have shared these points with you in this yeah, as I'm sharing the screen regarding these points. Okay, you have to go through these points, and you can take the help of these points, this video. Okay, and you can read the textbooks along with this. Then only you will come to understand regarding the entire chapter. Okay, so I hope that you understood. Once again, I would say read the chapter properly, and still if you find any difficulty in understanding certain concepts, I would make you clear, or you can drop down text message, and do study well and make your notes completed at correct time, and regularly read the chapter regularly, and make underlined about the certain points. Okay, and I would be sharing certain important point questions also, extra questions also within this textbook, along with that worksheets. I would be sharing those things. So be prepared for this chapter. Read thoroughly. So until we meet in the next week, I'm signing off this video section, and hope to meet you soon in the next lecture. Bye. Take care. God bless you.